Hello guys and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are making banana bread, the best ever. So if you're interested, just keep watching. Okay guys, so we're going to go through the ingredients, but for exact measurements, please have a look in the description box. So we're going to need some butter, some eggs, some vegetable oil, some plain yogurt, some bananas, some wheat flour, some brown sugar, some vanilla sugar or essence, some salt, some baking soda, some nutmeg, cinnamon, and some hazelnuts, but that's optional. So now we're gonna start the cake, and here we're gonna mix our banana. We're gonna mash our banana using a fork or whatever you have there. Just use it and just press on your bananas to make them smooth. It's up to you if you want to leave some bits in there or not, how smooth you want it to be. That's completely up to you. I like mine to be smooth but not 100% smooth. Yes, I want to be eating my banana bread and feel some, some bananas in between, but that's me. So do it the way you want it to be. So now that we're done, we're gonna do the mixing of all the wet ingredients, and here we're gonna add our butter, and to the butter we're going to add our brown sugar, and we're going to mix the whole thing together nicely using our whisk. Now, one thing I advise here is to use a whisk. Do it by hand. Yes, we don't want to over mix. Yes, if you want your banana bread to be the perfect one, do not over mix anything in there. So we're just going to mix the butter. If your butter is too hard, make sure you leave it at room temperature so it can be like soft enough. If not, you can put it in the microwave for a few seconds just to soften it a little bit. Yes, to make it easy to mix. So now that we've mixed the butter and the brown sugar, we're going to add our vegetable oil to it, and we're going to mix the whole thing together. For the oil, you can use vegetable oil, you can use peanut oil like groundnut oil as well. That will be nice and delicious too. I had vegetable oil, so that's what I used. We're gonna mix the whole thing, and then we're gonna add our eggs, our yogurt, and mix the whole thing together. Yeah, so the plain yogurt, it has to be plain yogurt. Well, don't have to be plain yogurt, you can use flavored yogurt or something like that. It's up to you, but the yogurt is gonna give a nice moisture to our banana bread. Yes, this is a secret ingredient. Yes, a delicious banana bread. Yes, you never had it. Trust me, once you try this recipe, you will not try any other banana bread again. Okay guys, so before I forget, let me just remind you to put your oven on before you start making your batter and all that, so that by the time you're done, the oven will be preheated. You really want to preheat your oven before you put your cake in there. Very, very important. Now that all, if not most, our wet ingredients are mixed together, we're going to add our bananas, our mashed bananas, and we're going to mix it nicely. Then we're going to set this whole mixture aside, and we're going to get another bowl and mix all our dry ingredients together. Yes, and once we're done, we're going to put our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients and mix it nicely. Like I said, do not over mix your batter. So here we're going to add all our dry ingredients in this bowl. So our flour, our nutmeg, our cinnamon. The nutmeg and the cinnamon are really optional. You don't have to, yeah. So it's really down to you, but it goes very well. Yes, it makes a big difference. Trust me. Yeah, and a pinch of salt always. any cake you bake, a pinch of salt. Salt will bring out the taste more, like it does something magic to every, like most of the thing that I cook, baking or anything like that, I'll add a pinch of salt. Yes. So once we mix all these dry ingredients together, we're going to add our wet ingredient. And if you notice, I left my whisk on the side and I got my spatula. Yes, because like I said, we don't want to overmix. Now we're going to pour all the wet ingredient, like our banana butter mix, in the flour, and we're going to just, mix it nicely, folding everything together like nicely until it's all done. Now when it comes to the toppings, I'm going to add some hazelnuts, the crushed hazelnut on top of my banana bread, but you don't have to. If you want, you can add some roasted coconut, you can add some peanuts, you can leave it like that. You can add any other nuts or chocolate chips on top of your banana bread. It's all up to you, or dry fruits, like you do it the way you like it. The most important is the batter. If you follow the recipe, you will not be disappointed. Trust me, you'll come back here and say thank me. Yes, you come back here, and actually let me ask you to do that, please. Once you do it and you're satisfied, come back and tell me how it went. Yes, because I'm sure you have a testimony. You will have a testimony after this. Okay guys, so now we're going to put it on the side. And one thing that is very important as well, not just because of this recipe, but every time you are baking, is your baking bowl, your baking dish. Make sure you butter it. If you want your cake to come out of it smooth so that it doesn't stick to it, you have to rub butter inside it and sprinkle some flour on top of the butter nicely before you pour your batter in there. That will avoid you having a cake that is stuck, to the dish, and it's not coming out, and when you bring out your cake, it has to break or something like that. So you see the way I did it. You rub your butter all around it nicely, not too much butter, just enough to coat the whole thing together. And now you're gonna sprinkle some flour in there, and you're gonna tap it around carefully until the flour has coated. It's gonna stick to the butter. That's what you want. The flour is gonna stick to the butter that's rubbed all over the thing. Yes. And once you've done, if there's some excess flour, just pour it inside a bowl or something like that. And that's what you want. Yes, that's how you want your thing to be, so that when you pour your batter in there, once your cake is ready, the cake is going to come out like so easy and beautiful without breaking or sticking to your pan. Okay guys, so now that I am done, all I'm going to do, I'm going to tap the tin on the table. I'm just going to hold it and drop it on the table carefully. Tap it maybe once, twice, yes, just to remove, if there's any bubble, to remove the air bubble that's in the batter. Once that is done, I'm going to sprinkle some hazelnut, crushed hazelnut on top. Like I said, you can sprinkle whatever you like, chocolate chips, coconut, anything you like. I chose hazelnut for today. And once I'm done, I'm going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Yes. and the cake is gonna come out nice, beautiful, delicious, moist. Yes, and the whole kitchen is smelling like banana. And voila, the cake is ready, delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, if you watch at this point and you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, of course. Don't forget to share, to comment, and all these beautiful things. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye.